Hey, my name is David, and in the last 90 days, I scaled my AI and automation agency to 11,600 per month. In this video, I'm going to show you a lead enrichment workflow that allows you to take any inbound leads or booked call leads. Maybe they're filling out a website or a form in your website, and we're going to enrich them and then report back all the information that we could possibly get via email. But you can do this with Slack and so many different ways. For context, I recorded the first part of this video and I just set up a new OBS to reduce friction in the way that I record, and I foolishly had the camera recorded on me the whole time, not any screen recording. So I'm gonna do this over, but I'm gonna get you guys caught up to speed as fast as I can because some of the work has already been done. Really just the front-facing build of the app. So why don't we get started? First, going over into are actually, let me show you guys what I'm thinking. So I actually built this rather quickly for a Upwork proposal. So what I did here was I built a front-facing app. I'm gonna duplicate this using Lovable. I just one-shot prompted this thing. I actually copied the listing within Upwork, and then I put it into a Lovable custom GPT for Lovable that helps you with your prompting. And so let me show you what that looks like first. So I guess the company was some sort of packaging company, like a big packaging company. So they're targeting e-commerce brands. So that's why some of these configurations are specific to e-commerce. But just to give you an idea of what we're going to be building here, I'm going to execute this workflow. So we have a webhook that's going to receive information from the Lovable inputs. It's going to do deep research using a tool that I like called LinkUp. And then an AI agent is going to take that deep research and then structure the information in whatever parameters that I had set and then return everything to a Gmail, right? So this is a very simple example of what I'm going to be doing. What I'm going to be building is a bit different because it's actually for a SaaS company in the hospitality sector. So what I'm going to be building is a UI for hotel booking reservation because I'm going to be enriching the guests that book at hotels. It's going to be a demo, but I think you guys will still find it valuable. So let me give you an example. Let's take Apple, or let's do what's a good company? Let's do Sony, right? And then we don't even know the lead's like maybe it's some sort of representative at Sony, so it could be like David Anthony, manual entry. We'll do Sony Music, and then I'm just gonna hit run enrichment. And so even though the lead name is not anybody notable at this company, or I don't even know if there's a David Anthony at Sony, you can see that our workflow immediately gets triggered in the n8n. We're performing deep research right now, and then our agent is going to structure this a certain way and then send us an email with specific insights that I had set. I think I had requested things like key people, audience, product offerings, and then maybe like what they make. So why don't I go to my email because I should be receiving that. This is an example one that I did for Apple. Cool, so I just got the email. So company profile for Sony Music Entertainment. And it's not structured the best, but like I said, this was a demo. So it gives me a whole briefing on Sony Music Entertainment. Tells me some key things like the company's number of employees, where it's operated or where it's operating, and then audience, right, positioning, and then key people. So we have all these key people at Sony Music. Cool. So just wanted to give you an idea of what's going on. So what I did before I sadly realized that I had messed up the recording settings was I went to Lovable and I one-shotted this prompt, and I'm going to scroll up. And this is how it went. I input, I want to create a hotel reservation intake form UI. It should include these fields, a room type, drop down with broad categories, and then date pickers. And then I also included the webhook that I will be using in this workflow. So I went to n8n, I started a brand new workflow, I selected webhook, and then I copied this webhook, and then I went to ChatGPT, I selected the Lovable assistant and the custom GPT, and then I gave it all the inputs that I was looking for, followed by some context. And then I refined it a bit so I can get this final output, right? So I didn't even think of the date pickers. It was the GPT that thought of it. But I find that if you're going to be testing things with Lovable before you go on the paid plan, using this prompt refinement custom GPT helps a lot. So now that you're all cut up to speed, that's all that's happened so far. Let's get into this live build. I'm going to go back to my Lovable. So it looks like everything that we were looking for is there. Personal information. So because we're going to be enriching high profile guests, let's think of some people that might actually have data worth enriching, right? That's actually existing, in the world. So I think a good way to do that would be doing something like this. I guess that's his real name. So the reason why I'm looking up this person is because I want to see if I can enrich their information. So if I go back to Lovable, I want to use them as an example. So let's do number of guests. Let's just say it's 2 people. Purpose of travel. We'll do vacation. And then I'll leave the email address blank. And let's do suite. And then the zip code, we'll do something in Los Angeles. And we'll have the check-in date be Sunday of June. And let's just say they stay for 1 week, right? And then let's look up some luxury hotels in Chicago. Nobu Hotel, the Peninsula. Yeah, we'll do the Peninsula. So if I go to Lovable, cool. So I'm going to submit the reservation. I don't want this. That's tough. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I don't actually have this person's email, but I'll create a fake one. So we'll do Kai. So I'll submit the reservation, and for some reason it's not working. And I think the reason why is because my webhook isn't on. So let me turn this on, and then let me try again. Cool. So it looks like it worked. But even though it worked, we didn't receive the data. Oh no, here it is. Awesome. So we have the data here. If I scroll down, I can see the payload is everything that I need. So we have the name, email, zip code of the person, number of guests, the purpose of travel, hotel name, hotel location, and then the room type. So what I'll do from here is, because I built this before, but I used Clay, what I want to try to do is I'll do deep research on this person first. And there's a really good tool that I like to use, and I highly recommend it to everybody, and it's called LinkUp. So I'm going to log into LinkUp. Also, side note, LinkUp is significantly cheaper than Perplexity, and it's exponentially better. Like, I don't think you get up-to-date information with Perplexity. So what I'll do is I already have my LinkUp set up, I'm just gonna hit curl here, right? And then I'm gonna copy this. And then I'm going to go back to my workflow. I think I can get rid of this. I'm gonna go back to my workflow and then select HTTP request. I'm gonna import curl. I'm gonna hit import. Cool. Looks like everything is there. I'm going to be changing my link up API key, so good luck trying to use that. But you can see here, n8n makes it really easy to import the headers and all that stuff. So once everything is in there, let me just clarify what the parameters are within link up for the HTTP request. It looks like this kind of got messed up a little bit. So this body parameter would be Q, that's per question, and then the value would be whatever your query is. And then I know next would be the depth, output type, and then include images. So I don't know why it didn't come in perfectly, but that's okay, because I know. So let's go back to the workflow. The next parameter would be depth, and then I like to do standard. And then the next one would be output type. And so the difference between the kind of output types that there are for link up are as follows. I'll show you. So you have a sourced answer, which is my favorite. It's just natural language with some sources. Then you have raw context, which is your search results. And then you have the structured JSON format of the response. But I always go with sourced answer. And then next I will add the, I think that's really it. I don't know if including images is necessary. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, delete that. And then what I'm gonna do is I wanna come up with some sort of prompt that instructs this deep research tool to do, enrichment on this individual. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into my clay and I'm going to copy whatever prompt I used here. But I'm gonna format this for n8n. So I'm gonna copy this and then I'm gonna paste this in here. Cool, so you can see that we already have quite the prompt. This was for clay though, but you are an expert web researcher tasked with finding and enriching a contact based on their email address. Let's do name. You must return only factual information that can be verified by reputable sources such as LinkedIn. I could do YouTube. YouTube, AngelList, Forbes, Bloomberg, Business Insider, or X. Given the name and or email address, find and return the person's company title, company name, industry of the company, and their social media handles. Right? And then we have more instructions here. Use the provided name, email to search for the person's professional and public profiles on LinkedIn. Let's just do LinkedIn, X, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Extract the following information. Oh, we'll do YouTube. That's a big one. We should do YouTube. Extract the following information. We'll do the title, name, industry, handle. We'll do 2. Yeah, I'll structure it like this because maybe some of these people don't have a YouTube, but then they have like a pop in X or vice versa. Cool. Only return information that can be directly verified from the listed sources. If a field cannot be found, leave it blank or return null for that field. Do not, so platform, I wonder if it'll understand what I mean when I say platform, right? We'll see. Do not infer guess, only return was format the output of structure with special items. Cool. So some examples would be the input. Let's fix this to be name, John Doe, and then will be email. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to copy one more of these in case someone has a YouTube or an Instagram. So in case I have an Instagram, we'll just do like Instagram. And then we'll just say that we'll just say that their like YouTube is nothing. It's just not there. Oops. So LinkedIn, scroll down, YouTube, person, that's not right. Cool. And then actually that'll be null. Cool. So let's see what happens. This prompt was it's formatted for Clay, but maybe n8n can handle it. We'll see. So we'll put the input right here. Name, email. I don't know if I want to put the zip code. I don't know if that's really necessary. But let's see. So we have the name, and then we have the email. Cool, now I'm gonna run this as a test. Let me rename this. You know what, I wanna add a TikTok too. Like, people all are on TikTok. Like, I'm on TikTok. Let's see what happens. So, bam, there we go. Twitch streamer, YouTuber, content creator, company is Kai Sanad, industry. Interesting. How does this look? Let me look at the schema. So we do have their Facebook. We don't have their Twitter. Wait, do we have their Twitter? Let's see if these are real. So check out their Twitter. Okay, that is the right Twitter. Go to Facebook. Sure. That is his Facebook. So, it's looking good. Sorry guys, I get nervous that I'm not recording on the screen. Um, Handle Instagram. You know, he does have an Instagram, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why that didn't get sent. Kai. Yeah, he does have an Instagram. So we gotta fix this. Let's go back here. Oh no, the Instagram is there. Sorry guys, and the YouTube, fire. So we're getting all the social media handles, super fire. Okay, cool. So then what I would do from here is we want to look up a couple of things. So I think next would be I don't have their email, but it really wouldn't matter in this case because we're getting some point of contact when they book, right? So we have the industry. Do we have the domain? Do we want the company domain? I don't really think that matters. So we'll leave that blank. Let me see. I have some instructions here. So I want to create some sort of itinerary. The goal here is to create an itinerary for the guest that books at a hotel. How do I find out more about this person? I imagine you find out more by scraping their interests. So I wonder if LinkUp can do that. How deep can LinkUp go? Why don't I take an example? If I go to Kai Cenat's X, yeah, I'm not really sure how we can get an accurate read on somebody. Online streaming, entertainment. Let me think. I think what we could do from here is enrich for their zip code possibly. So this will be company plus socials research. And then this will be, I'll copy this, paste it, and then I'll have this be the zip code research. So if I scroll down, I'll have this be zip code instead. And I'll go back to Clay. And what I'll do is I'll paste in the zip code research prompt. And I'll read it back to you guys in a second. So we have the guest address. I'm just gonna stick with the guest zip code. That's all that really matters. Given the guest zip code. And then it'll be here. So what information can we get based off the zip code? Yeah, we'll do that. You are a US demographics assistant. Your task is to infer key neighborhood attributes for a given address and zip code. We'll do just the zip code. Using public data sources such as, all of these. I wonder if I just leave it at public data sources. I mean, I trust LinkUp. It's like really good. So we have the neighborhood type, medium household income bracket. That'll be interesting. Dominant age cohort. I don't want to give it too many parameters because I feel like that might be limiting. I like this part though. 2 to 3 local lifestyle highlights relevant to a hotel concierge. Right. So use the zip code to search public data sources for neighborhood information. Identify the neighborhood type based on population density and land use patterns. Estimate the median household income bracket using the most recent available data. Determine the dominant age cohort based on the demographic data. Identify 2 to 3 local lifestyle highlights that would be relevant to a hotel concierge. Return exactly 5 plain text lines in the following format, no extra commentary. So we have the neighborhood type. We have the medium income bracket, income range. I think this should be in like 150K. We'll do like 200K, right? And then so on and so forth. We'll do like etc. Yeah. Income range. Increments. 50K. Dominant age cohort. Lifestyle hints. Concise sentence. Local highlights. Let's just do 2. 3 is fine. I'm just editing some of these things. So the dominant age cohort in 90210 would be families with school-age kids, upscale shopping, and fine dining nearby. Rodeo Drive, Beverly Gardens Park, Greystone Mansion. That's perfect. Cool. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to execute this step. And then I think what I'll do is whatever output this does, I'm going to combine the two. So we have the socials of the guest. And then we also have the where they come from, essentially. So here we have the 90042 zip code, and then the answer is here. Well, let me zoom out. So urban, medium income bracket, 50K to 100K, young professionals and single adults in late 20s to early 40s. Vibrant arts and culture scene with local boutiques and eateries, active outdoor lifestyle with nearby hiking trails, diverse community with a mix of historic and modern influencers. Local highlights, we have York Boulevard, shopping, Arroyo Seco Park, and hiking trails. Cool. So yeah, this is pretty dang good. So we're gonna combine the two. I want to try one more thing. I don't think LinkUp can scrape social media platforms. But let me just look into the documentation real quick. I can analyze the page. Interesting. So you know what? I'm gonna try it. Analyze the person's social media page. Let's try it. Try it one more time. Let me just paste this. And then let's fix this prompt. Analyze the person's social media pages and return character insights about them. That's an awful prompt, but I think it'll do for right now. Let's see. Summarize the main. Cool. Interesting. I could book a call with LinkUp. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna have ChatGPT help me with this prompt. I'd like to prompt a web search API to gather, scroll the social media pages of a high-profile person and return character insights. Assist by polishing this prompt. Okay. That is okay, but I am looking to gauge what the person is interested in, or if they are in a relationship, on tour, on tour. What else could a high-profile person be doing? They could be on tour, speaking events, etc. Situation and contextual insights, not just personality traits. Yes, thank you, chat. So analyze this person's public social media presence, including posts, comments, mentions, and tags, to infer their current interests, personal, professional activities, relationship status and affiliations. Highlight any recurring themes or notable recent updates that indicate what they're focused on or involved in. Yes, perfect. This is great. So let's go back. Cool. So social media profiles, we have it in our here. We could probably parse that better, but it's not a big deal. So let me execute this step and see what happens. Let me save this. Cool. So the answer is Kai Cenat's current public social media presence shows 24 recent posts, lifestyle entertainment, behind-the-scenes glimpses of streaming and content creation activities. Posts suggest active engagement with fans and frequent updates on personal and professional life. Facebook has, like, it's just telling me like data on their like analytics on their stuff, but it's no big deal. Twitter is obviously inaccessible. I knew that would happen. Active channel with regular video uploads related to streaming, entertainment, and collaborations. No detailed recent video titles or descriptions available from the scrape, but channel is clearly focused on digital media content creation. No direct data on relationship status or specific affiliations from the accessible profiles. Recurring themes are digital entertainment, streaming culture, fan engagement, and content creation. No explicit mentions of tours, speaking events, or travel in the visible data. Overall, Kai Cenat is focused on growing and engaging his audience through digital media platforms, maintaining a strong presence in online entertainment. Honestly, I like this a lot. So I'm going to rename this. Activities research. Activity research. Cool. So now we have where this person comes from. Yeah, so now we have where this person comes from, and then we also have what they're currently doing, what's going on in their life. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to craft a prompt. This is great. Let's craft a new prompt. Oh, you know what? Now I need to do research on the hotel. Okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to copy this and paste it. Now we're going to do research on the hotel because this is going to tell me what kind of things that this hotel has to offer. Right? For deep research API that will take a hotel name and location as input. The objective is to return add-ons, upsells that are exclusive to the hotel. Ultimately, these features will be used to presented to an AI agent that will evaluate the output of a person's contextual insights and select what add-ons that the person may be interested in. Not only do I want to upsell the person with whatever features the hotel has, but I also want to suggest, I'd also want to suggest things that are nearby. Like to suggest 1 or 2 activities exclusive hotel along with things that events by that like attraction events or local highlights that may interest me. Yeah. So I'm giving it the objective. This is great. New task. So what I'm doing is telling it new task, objective, and then context. These hotel features / upsells plus nearby events / highlights will be presented to an AI agent that will evaluate the output of a person's contextual insights and select what add-ons the hotel has to offer paired with a local highlight tailored to the person. Cool. So the objective, let's craft a new prompt for a deep research API that will take a hotel name and location as input. The objective is to return add-ons / upsells that are exclusive to the hotel, along with attractions, events, or local highlights that may interest an individual. So here's the context. Ultimately, these hotel features / upsells plus nearby events will be presented to an AI agent that will evaluate the output of a person's contextual insights and select the add-ons the hotel has to offer, paired with local highlight tailored to the person. So hope you guys are following me here. Perfect. Relevance and uniqueness of the offerees recent or applicable. This is perfect. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, go in here, input, and then we'll do let me just fix this. Hotel name, hotel location. So let's go back to our webhook. And then I think we had hotel, something in Chicago. So if I go to hotel name, the Peninsula, and then hotel location is Chicago. Cool. And then I'll execute this step. I'll save this. How long have we been recording for? We've been recording for 43 minutes, chat. Let's chill. We're almost done. I mean, it's just a bunch of, deep research, that's all. Upsell, event search, rename. Cool. So let's take a look at what we have. Luxury private shopping trips, helicopter and boat tours, floral design classes, dim sum cooking classes, boot camp with a former Navy SEAL, and more. Wow. They actually have quite a bit of interesting. All right, well, I like this. So I wonder. So I think what we'll do is activity research. So I think ultimately we'll combine the zip code research along with activity research, and then that'll be evaluated with the locality research as well as the hotel. So we'll do an AI agent for this next. So we'll do AI agent. And so if you guys are following along, what I'm doing is I'm taking the return of all this data, and then I'm going to have an agent evaluate what would be good recommendations specific to the hotel for this individual based off contextual insights, as well as where they come from. So let me go back to the agent and let me configure the model. So I think I'm going to just do an OpenAI model. And I really like 4.5. 4.5 preview. Sampling temperature will be 0.7. Top P will be 0.8. Awesome. So let's go back. So let's craft a prompt for the AI agent. The input will be to take, I think I need to summarize everything. To take all the research data and summarize it. No, you know what I can do? I could just have the research data summarize it on its own. Hold on. That's fine. So let's craft a prompt for the AI agent to take all the research data and evaluate likely, take all the research data, evaluate, and suggest hotel offerings plus local attractions / events for the researched individual. The inputs will include reason for travel, number of guests, zip code, research where the guest is from, activity research, which would be contextual insights, and then the, and then lastly would be hotel offerings / attractions. So hotel offerings / local events or attractions research. Include scoring logic by weighing include scoring logic by prioritizing reason for stay and number of guests, followed, we'll do number of guests, activity research, and zip code research. Cool. You are a contextual recommendation agent. Your task is to suggest the best fit hotel offerings and nearby events or attractions for a guest based on their profile and research data. So we have the reason for travel, the number of guests. So we would need to break down some of this. We need to break down some of these. So let's refine this prompt. I think this is honestly this is good. This is a good size. So I'm going to go back in here. This will be my prompt. Let me open this up. So reason for travel. Oh, you know what? What about the date? We'll do that in a second. So let me go back. Reason for travel would be here, purpose of travel. And then we have the number of guests. Do that here. And then we'll put the zip code research here. And then we'll do the activity research. I don't even know if the zip code is any good, like the zip code research. You know what I mean? Because like someone can be from a specific an area, but they might have grown out of that lifestyle. But I don't know. It might be relevant. So I think that's why I put the scoring logic to evaluate things like reason for travel. You know, weigh that heavier, more valuable than where the person comes from. So we have activity research. Put that there. And then the hotel data, we'll go here. So we'll just combine these hotel and local data. A list of hotel offerings. Just do it like this. Nearby events or highlights. Perfect. Cool. So let's see what happens. So the instructions: evaluate all the inputs and score each hotel offering and location attraction on relevance. Prioritize selections using the following scoring weight. Reason for travel plus number of guests, so that should be 40% core context, activity research, and then lastly, zip code. I like this. I think zip code should be like 10%, and then this should be I guess this should be 40, and then this should be 50. General relevance or thematic alignment. What the hell? What do you mean? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, I kind of, general relevance or thematic alignment. I guess, yeah, we'll put that back. So zip code will be 20%. Activity research will be 30%. Return a ranked short list of 2 to 3 hotel offerings, 2 to 3 attraction or nearby events. Perfect. I really like this. So I'm going to execute this step. I'm going to save this. Let's see what happens. And then we'll do everything from start to finish once we're all done here. But I really like the way this is coming out. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I'm going to be right back. I don't even know how to pause this. All right, so let's see what the agent came up with. Ranked short list of recommendations tailored specifically to Kai Cenat's vacation profile. So, let me move this out the way. We got the hotel offerings, Peninsula Academy, private helicopter and boat tours. Core context, vacation for 2 guests, high-end exclusive experience, perfect for couples or close friends seeking memorable vacation activities. Nice. Activity research aligns with Kai's strong digital presence and content creation lifestyle, offering unique, visually engaging experiences. Cool zip code insight matches the adventurous outdoor lifestyle suggested by its urban active neighborhood. General relevance provides exclusive, high-impact experiences with strong... Okay, I don't know if I need all of this, like... You know what I mean? Hotel offerings. I don't know if I need all this context. Chicago Pride Fest. That's funny. I don't need the additional context, but everything looks good. Return a ranked short list of 2 to 3 hotel offerings. 2 to 3 do not include explanations of the rankings. Only include the percentage. Do not include explanations. Okay, I'm going to redo that one. And then I think what we have last is just to format this together. Yeah, so Peninsula Academy, luxury private shopping trips, helicopter and boat tours, bespoke experiences, VIP personalized services including pen chat, VIP check-in, customized amenities, Peninsula Spa and Wellness Center. And then we also have nearby attraction or events, Chicago Pride Fest, Millennium Park Summer Music Series, free outdoor concerts at J. Pritzker Pavilion. Nice. Very, very nice. I'm very satisfied. So, what's next? Well, from here, we're just going to put all this, roll it up into an email. That's what we're going to do. And notice how easy this was. Like, it's just a few, deep research APIs followed by an AI agent, and bam. This is super valuable. This is for a SaaS startup, and this is going to go straight. This could be like another extension for, their software. But depending on what industry you're in, using these deep enrichment tools followed by some sort of evaluation agent, it's pretty valuable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this up by adding some sort of email module, because I think that's what I had last. And I'm gonna do it in some sort of. Yeah. So we'll do this. So example, guest inside out output. So what I'll do is I'll have an agent Oh, but you know what? We need to evaluate the date of travel. We need to include the date of travel so it's relevant. So check-in date, and then we'll do checkout date. And then we'll do checkout date. Perfect. Check-in date, checkout date. So we'll do reason for travel, number of guests, and travel dates. And stay date. Stay date. We'll do, yeah. Perfect. So we'll save that. We'll execute the step one more time. Save it. So now that we have that, let's get another agent. And this time, we're going to connect it to OpenAI again. This time it'll be 4.0 or 4.1. Honestly, 4.0 mini would be fine. Presence penalty, no, I don't need that. Sampling temp, that's fine. Top P, that's fine. Save that. Cool, so notice how the Pride Fest is no longer in this output, and the reason why is because the dates don't align. So that's awesome. Perfect. We'll rename this agent. Offerings plus attractions. And then this will be the guest insight writer. Cool. This is great. So then what I'll do from here is let's get a prompt going. So let's write a prompt for an agent that will create a guest insight card email and this insight card to be sent to the hotel concierge. The format should be like this example. Oops, that's way too long. It's not the right example. So if I go back here, copy this. Guest, check-in, room, cool. And the inputs will be what should the inputs be? I guess the inputs will be company plus social. I mean, maybe it should be all of these. Maybe it should be all of these. So maybe it shouldn't be 4.0 mini. Yeah, so I'll just do all of them. Why not? The inputs will be company research plus social. Do I want the? Do I want? I really don't. I think I just need contextual insights, to be honest. No. I'll do everything. Company plus. Social media research, contextual insight research, zip code research, check in, check out, guess, purpose, travel. So the inputs will be check-in plus checkout, number of guests, purpose of travel. Companies, socials research. Yeah, zip code research, contextual insight research, and then offerings plus attractions, agent output. Okay. Yeah. And then lastly will be hotel offering plus attractions, agent output. Cool. So this looks good. You are a guest intelligent agent tasked with creating a one-paragraph guest insight card for hotel staff. Your summary should help the concierge team personalize the guest experience with context-aware upsells and gestures. Inputs provided. Perfect. This is great. So I'm going to take this, copy it. And then go in here. Open this up, paste it. So you are a guest intelligence agent tasked with creating a one-paragraph guest insight card for hotel staff. Your summary should help the concierge team personalize the guest experience with context-aware upsells and gestures. Inputs provided, check-in, check-out dates. So that will be here, check-in, check-out. I'm going to webhook, scroll down, and we'll do check-in, and then check out. Room type. Number of guests. Purpose for travel. And then we'll do the social media research. Contextual insights. Guest zip code research. And then offerings and attractions output here. Perfect. check-in date and room type. In 3 to 5 sentences, summarize who the guest is, likely travel context, behavioral or interest insights derived from social plus zip code, personalized recommendations chosen from the hotel local offering data. Tone should be warm, professional, and practical, written for hotel staff, not the guest. Cool, so I'm gonna execute this step. I'm gonna save it, and let us get ready to output the Gmail module. So we'll do send a message. I only have one Gmail account. Message, send to, and let's just do me. Do David at, oh wait, I'll just do this one. My own email, and then the subject will be guest insight card for, and then we'll go back here and we'll map the person's name. Spell insight, right? Perfect. HTML is fine, and then the message will be the guest insight writer. Awesome. So let's take a look. Guest insight card, we have this person, check in, this date, suite, content creator known for his engaging digital media presence with the across. He is visiting for a vacation, likely seeking a event of relaxation, inspiration from the vibrant urban lifestyle. Given his interest in entertainment, community engagement, consider recommending the Millennium Park Summer Music Series for an immersive local experience, as well as the Peninsula Academy's bespoke experiences for personalized adventures. Additionally, a visit to the Museum of Contemporary Art, just a short walk away, would likely... Okay, so it didn't recommend any of the hotel offerings. So I gotta fix that. One to three chosen from the hotel local offering data. Be sure to include always include 2 hotel offerings and 1 or 2 local highlights. Okay, perfect. So 2 hotel offerings to upsell. And I also want to change the model. I think 4.0 mini is just not advanced enough. So let's do 4.1. And then we'll execute this step, we'll save it, and then we'll start everything from scratch. So Kai C is a prominent Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and content creator recognized for his dynamic presence in the digital entertainment and online streaming sphere. Traveling with one guest for a leisure vacation, Kai's social media activity reflects a vibrant, outgoing lifestyle centered on creative content, fan engagement, and an appreciation for unique, memorable experiences. His urban background and affinity for arts, culture, and active pursuits suggest he will value both high-touch hotel amenities and opportunity to explore the local scene. Recommend highlighting the Peninsula Academy's bespoke experiences and the VIP personalized services for an elevated, seamless stay. For local flavor, suggest the Museum of Contemporary Art, just a 5-minute walk away, and the Millennium Park Summer Music Series, which aligns with his interest in entertainment and immersive cultural experience. This is A1. This is sauce. Cool. So I'm going to save this. I am going to start everything from scratch. And let's see what happens if we get this proper email. Let me go to the front-facing app. So I turned on the workflow, and let's go to our Lovable app. Can we refresh this? Okay, cool. So let's do everybody's favorite entrepreneur. Let's do 2 guests, purpose of travel. Let's just say it's conference. And then this is probably his email. The zip code. I know he's in Las Vegas. So let's just do 88901. 88901. And then knowing him, it's probably just like standard queen room, nothing crazy. Maybe king. He's a big guy. Let's do July 1st to July 7th. And then let's think of a random hotel name. So hotel, luxury hotel, New York. Maybe the Armand. Independent. Let's do Amman. Yeah. Amman in New York. So let's go here. Amman, New York. Submit the reservation. Why? Oh, let me execute the workflow. Sorry. Submit the reservation. Perfect. So everything's working. This might take a minute or so, maybe not. The deep research is only on standard. Although I've noticed that if you put it on deep, then it takes a little bit longer. And let's see how long we've been recording for. About an hour, 18 minutes. Not bad. Let me just test this real quick. Awesome. Cool. So everything is still loading. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're still watching this video, I appreciate you. I'm going to try to do some light editing so it's not as long, but for the most part, this is as live as it gets. Hopefully this has stimulated your brain. You can use this enrichment process for inbound leads, whether that's through your website or maybe they're booking calls with you, or you can offer this as a service to local business providers, consultants, things of that nature. And yeah, you can even connect it to somebody's CRM, Slack, all that stuff. So we're almost there. Cool. So we have the AI agent offerings and attractions are loading. It looked like the upsell and event research took the longest, but that's all right. So we have the guest insight writer. Awesome. So I should have received an email very soon. I just got it on my phone. So let me go to the proper. Perfect. So guest insight card for Alex Hermosi. Guest insight card, Alex H. Alex H is the founder and CEO of acquisition.com, a prominent figure in business, investment, and entrepreneurship, traveling from an upscale suburban neighborhood with professionals and families. Here for a multi-day conference with a guest, likely his spouse, whom he often acknowledges with appreciation, Alex maintains a disciplined, high-achievement mindset and values efficiency, personal development, and meaningful professional connections. He gravitates towards experiences that offer privacy, strategic value, and quality, making him an ideal candidate for a private dining experience with Chef Takuma Yonemaru, or a tailored wellness journey in one of our private spa houses. Given his interest in leadership and operational excellence, Concierge could also recommend a Broadway performance of Glengarry Glen Ross or a panoramic helicopter tour for memorable networking or relaxation opportunities. Aim to personalize touchpoints with professionalism, emphasizing seamless service and respect for his time. That is pretty dang good. I'm very satisfied with this automation, so I'll be filming a demo and sending it back to my client. But there you have it, guys. I really appreciate you following along. Once again, my name is David, and if you need to reach out to me, all my contacts are in the descriptions below. All the tools that I use are in the description below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.